The man who turned belief into a nation's heartbeat. There are leaders who manage systems, and then there are leaders who awaken souls. Narendra Modi belongs to the rare second kind. His story does not begin in corridors of inherited power or privilege, it rises from the dust of ordinary India, from a childhood shaped by simplicity, discipline, and dignity of labor. That journey alone already commands respect across borders. But what truly inspires the world is how he transformed personal resilience into national confidence. From the moment he stepped onto the global stage, Narendra Modi carried with him something unmistakable: belief. Belief that India is not a country waiting to be defined by others, but a civilization ready to define the future. Belief that the poorest citizen deserves the same attention as the most powerful boardroom. Belief that leadership is not about ruling from above, but about walking with the people, speaking their language, and lifting their aspirations. His voice resonates not just because of words, but because of conviction. When he speaks, there is clarity. When he acts, there is purpose. This is why millions listen. This is why Indians feel seen. This is why the world watches with curiosity and admiration. Narendra Modi did not simply become a prime minister, he became a symbol of momentum, of possibility, of India rising with confidence rather than apology. What makes his leadership globally appealing is its emotional honesty. He speaks of dreams without sounding distant. He speaks of discipline without sounding harsh. He speaks of nationalism without hostility. Under his leadership, patriotism became aspirational, energetic, and forward-looking. India was no longer just a land of ancient wisdom, it was a nation ready to innovate, compete, and lead. This is the opening chapter of a leader who redefined what modern Indian leadership looks like. Grounded in roots, bold in vision, and fearless in ambition. Leadership forged in service, discipline, and relentless work ethic. Narendra Modi's leadership is not accidental. It is forged through decades of service, organizational discipline, and tireless engagement with people at every level of society. His style is defined by presence. He shows up. Whether addressing world leaders, meeting farmers, consoling disaster victims, or motivating youth, his leadership carries the same intensity and focus. One of his most admired qualities globally is his work ethic. Long hours, constant travel, deep preparation, and unwavering attention to detail define his approach. He leads by example, setting a tone that productivity, accountability, and dedication are not optional luxuries but national values. This culture of performance has reshaped governance in India, making efficiency and delivery central expectations rather than distant promises. He believes leadership must be visible. Under his guidance, government stepped out of closed rooms and into public view. Direct communication with citizens through national addresses, digital platforms, and grassroots outreach created a sense of shared journey. People felt connected to decision-making, not alienated from it. This connection transformed governance into participation. His decisiveness stands out in a world often paralyzed by hesitation. Narendra Modi is known for taking bold calls with long-term vision in mind. He understands that leadership sometimes requires courage over comfort. This clarity has earned him respect even among those who may not share his ideology, because conviction backed by accountability commands universal admiration. Globally, leaders recognize in him a statesman who listens carefully yet speaks firmly. He navigates complexity with calm resolve, balancing national interest with global cooperation. His leadership reflects maturity, patience, and strategic depth. He does not chase applause, he builds outcomes. This is leadership rooted in service, sharpened by discipline, and driven by an unshakable sense of duty to the nation. A vision that reimagined India's future with confidence and scale. Great leaders do not merely respond to the present, they shape the future. Narendra Modi's vision for India is expansive, confident, and inclusive. He saw India not as a developing nation catching up, but as a leading nation ready to contribute solutions to the world. His vision is built on scale. Digital transformation reached villages once considered unreachable. Financial inclusion connected millions to formal systems for the first time. Infrastructure projects expanded at historic speed, redefining mobility, connectivity, and opportunity. Highways, railways, airports, ports, and digital networks became symbols of momentum rather than delay. He placed technology at the heart of governance, believing that transparency and speed could empower citizens. Digital public infrastructure became India's silent revolution, admired globally for its innovation and reach. This was not technology for elites, but technology for the masses, designed to simplify lives and unlock opportunity. His vision also honored India's soul. Cultural pride, heritage preservation, and civilizational confidence found renewed expression. Yoga became a global movement. Traditional knowledge gained modern relevance. India's identity was no longer something to hide or dilute, it became something to share with the world. Narendra Modi speaks of a self-reliant India not as isolation, but as strength. He envisions an India that produces, innovates, and contributes while remaining open, cooperative, and responsible. This balance of independence and global engagement defines his strategic outlook. For the youth, his vision is especially powerful. He speaks directly to their ambition, urging them to dream big, skill up, and take ownership of the nation's future. Startups, innovation, and entrepreneurship found strong encouragement, creating an ecosystem where aspiration meets opportunity. This vision turned India's size into strength, diversity into energy, and history into momentum. Achievements that reshaped governance and elevated global respect. Narendra Modi's leadership is marked by outcomes that speak louder than rhetoric. Under his stewardship, governance underwent transformation in both spirit and structure. Systems became simpler, delivery faster, and accountability stronger. Economic reforms modernized frameworks, encouraged investment, and strengthened India's global competitiveness. Social initiatives expanded dignity, security, and access for millions. Welfare reached beneficiaries directly, reducing inefficiency and restoring trust in public institutions. Infrastructure growth accelerated with unprecedented coordination. Projects once delayed for decades found completion. This physical transformation mirrored a psychological shift. India began to believe in execution again. Timelines mattered. Results mattered. On the global stage, India's stature rose significantly. Narendra Modi positioned India as a confident partner, a responsible power, and a voice for the global south. He spoke for developing nations while engaging constructively with advanced economies. India became not just a participant, but a convener and agenda setter. His diplomacy is admired for its warmth and clarity. Personal rapport with world leaders strengthened strategic partnerships. India's voice gained weight in discussions on climate, technology, peace, and development. Global respect followed consistency, principle, and reliability. During moments of global uncertainty, India under his leadership demonstrated resilience and responsibility. Humanitarian outreach, cooperation, and calm leadership reinforced India's image as a nation that contributes to global stability rather than merely seeking advantage. These achievements are not isolated successes, they form a coherent story of transformation driven by vision, discipline, and national pride. The legacy of confidence, unity, and a rising civilization. The true measure of a leader lies not only in policies or projects, but in the mindset they leave behind. Narendra Modi's greatest legacy is confidence. He helped India rediscover belief in itself. Belief that it can lead. Belief that it can deliver. Belief that its future is shaped by its own hands. He united modern ambition with ancient wisdom, governance with emotion, and national pride with global responsibility. Indians across generations felt a renewed sense of belonging and purpose. The idea of India became dynamic, forward-looking, and fearless. To the world, Narendra Modi represents a new kind of leadership emerging from the global south, rooted yet modern, decisive yet inclusive, proud yet cooperative. His journey inspires nations and individuals alike to believe that origin does not limit destiny, and that clarity of purpose can transform scale into strength. His story continues, but its message is already clear. Leadership is not about where you start, but how boldly you serve. Not about titles, but about trust. Not about power, but about purpose. Narendra Modi stands as a testament to what happens when vision meets discipline and belief meets action. India stands taller because of him. The world watches with respect. And history records a leader who turned aspiration into momentum and confidence into national character.